Alright guys, so now we're going to finish up that base area we're seeing there. So let me just get to the side view. Alright, if you take a look in the image here, this image should be in the images that I sent to you guys. I mean the one you downloaded in the beginning. But if you don't have it, there should be another image that looks exactly like this one, which will be this one over here. This one. Alright, so this one looks exactly the same like the first one. So if you don't have the first one or you don't have this one, you can get the other one and look on it to, make the others. So it shouldn't be too difficult to find. Alright, so let's get on with this. Now if you take a look in the reference image, you can see this piece actually starts from here and then ends on the exact opposite side over here, except there's a cutout going on over here. That is the only difference, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Alright, so let's get started on this. Now, since this is actually the same length from here to here, I was thinking we could actually steal some vertices over here and use that for it. But I don't know if that is a good idea. So, let's do it. So let's get over here. Let me press period, zoom into this area, and we're going to take it that is from here all the way to the center over here. That way we have the mirror modifier already in there and everything else in there. So just separate it and, duplicate it. Separate it with the P button like that. Let me enable this for you guys real quick. Alright, so this is what we have, and you can see we already have some vertices in the middle. We're not going to need this. We're going to make some new ones. So let's dissolve all of the ones except for the ones on the we're going to dissolve all of them except for the ones on the ends. So just dissolve all of the vertices because we're going to add in according to the number of extrusions we have here. As you can see, we have 4 of them, alright, and equal spaces between them, including the ones on the sides. So what we're going to do is we need about okay, so we need 4. There's 4 of them in here, but we're using a mirror modifier, so we only need to put in 2. And then the mirror modifier takes care of the rest and puts it to the other side. But I actually don't want to do this with the mirror modifier because actually getting the center to be the same length as the ones on the side becomes a problem and a little bit complicated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the mirror modifier, alright, and then we'll add it in when we're finished. So just apply the mirror modifier. Let's go in here. So there we go. So we're going to be doing everything ourselves. That way we know how much distance is between all of them. So let me just take this and dissolve the vertices. I'm going to dissolve that vertex. Now this is what we have. So now we're going to be putting in 4 now instead of 2. So what I'm going to do is, let me just press Ctrl and R through here. And I'm going to add in 4 vertices, alright? So we added in 4 vertices. First off, let me undo that. Let me get to the front view. I'm going to scale this down a little bit, even though it's on the edge, just a little bit so it falls right underneath this edge over here instead, like that. So there we go. Let me just scale it a little bit more out, whichever. Let me scale it a little bit in. Alright, so I'm just going to press Ctrl and R through here, and I'm going to add in 4, like that. Now let's take everything, we're just going to pull it down, or let's keep it there. And let's get onto the side. Now it's the same angle as the face we have going on here, okay? So it's the same angle as this side here. So you need to keep the angle equal. Now let's get onto the side view. So this is what we have. This is the angle I'm talking about, the very dark area here. That is the angle we're trying to keep. So here's what we're going to do. I don't know how far back it is, but I'm pretty sure it's close to the tires, alright? As you can see on the side view here, we have it going on here. But we're not going to follow this. This is too low. That is, it's gone way too down. So we're going to create our own right here. I forgot to draw it in the blueprints in the front view, but shouldn't be too difficult to achieve. So I'm going to press E and then I'm going to extrude this all the way to somewhere here, like this. And I'm going to extrude it in the y-axis all the way back, alright? So with that done, what I'm going to do next is, let me just pull it back a little bit more to about this point. Pretty sure that'll be good. That should be good. But we have some shrink wraps going on, so let's get rid of them. And there we go. That is the first step. Pretty close enough. I don't know if we should move it in some more. Maybe we should. I'm not so sure. Alright, let me see. Let me get to the side view. Let's just move it in some more to about this point. It shouldn't show inside the tire because then you start seeing it over here and then it becomes, kind of weird. Alright, so let's get into the side view now. All we have to do now is to add in, I don't know, let's add in 2 over here. Alright, let's get onto the side. And I'm going to press G to get that angle going. Alright, so I'm just going to press G and then move it down to get that angle going very nicely, like that. And I'm also going to get here, and let's put in 2 in here as well. Alright, very nice. There we go. That is looking good. Let's select everything, press Shift and N to recalculate the normals, and everything is looking really good. Alright, one more thing we need to do now is to create the the extrusions that are over there. So let's get to work on this. Alright, so with this I'm going to go with edge select mode, just so we don't have all the face, we don't end up selecting all the faces. So let me get into front view now. Alright, so we're going to press Ctrl and B to bevel this to about the size that we need. Alright, remember the parts that actually stick out are smaller than the parts that don't stick out. So if you take a look at this, you can see these four here are sticking out, and they are, I mean, the distance between each of them is actually smaller than the distance between their sides, like that, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So here's what we're going to do. Let me just adjust this in my ears a little bit better. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to press Ctrl and B now to bevel this. And we're going to bevel this to be the size that we need. And I'm pretty sure that is about the size. I'm not so sure. Alright, so up to some point like that. Not so sure. Let me see. I think that is good. That is pretty good. Let's try that again. So Control B, and let's bevel this again. So let's bevel it in. I think that is good. Let me try that one more time. Let me see. Let me bevel it just closely as it gets to be about the same size as them. And let me press S and X and scale this out, because as you can see, the spaces on the sides end up becoming bigger than the ones in the middle. So like that. And there we go. Alright, so that is good. Now all that I'm going to do now is to insert the faces so that we can actually have some space to actually do this. So I don't know how we're going to do this, but let me see. I'm not sure. Alright, let's try inserting this. I think this one goes all the way back. So here's what I'm going to do. Let me press Ctrl and R through here, and I'm going to add one pretty close to this area right here. That is very close to it, and I'm going to move it down a little bit just to, you know, compensate for that curvature going on over there. Just a little bit like that. Alright, so with that done, we're going to select those faces back. This time I'm going to go to face select mode. I'm going to select all of those. Nope, that's not included. All of those faces we need all the way to there. Alright, so with that done, what I'm going to do now is to insert the faces like this. And we are going to disable boundary just so it flows all the way through to the back like that. And what we're going to do next is to, I don't know what we're going to do next. Let me see. Alright, that might actually be too much, so let's try inserting this again just a little bit like that. And I'm going to insert it again one more time, just a little bit like that. And I'm going to pull it in the z-axis. Now let me change the orientation to normal. That way we have it facing that way. We're going to pull it down like that. Just pull it out a little bit, and I think that is pretty good. Alright, that shouldn't be bad. Pull it down a little bit more. Alright, that is actually looking pretty good. Except for this side, let's take all of these edge here. Let me go to edge select mode. Let's take all of this edge here. Let's get onto the side view. So I'm going to press S and then Y and type in 0, just so it's flat on the end there. Alright, there we go. So what I'm going to do next is to click on object and select shade smooth like that. And now I'm going to go in here. Let's take these faces again. So all the way from here to there. I don't know if we need to, you know, let's add in supporting loop cuts here. Let me just add one. Hold up. Yeah, let's add one in the middle of each of them like that. Now let's take those one again. I'm going to press Ctrl B and bevel them pretty close to their edges like that. And that should be pretty good. Now I'm going to get in here. I'm going to press Ctrl and R down here, put one in here. I'm going to put one inside each and every single one of them like that. And let's get over here as well. So let me see. I think only one should do. Yeah, so just put one over there for each and every single one of them as well. And there we go. Alright, what is left? I'm not so sure. Let me see. I think we have something going on over here. So I think we can actually achieve that pretty easily. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. We'll do that when we finish this. So let me see. Yeah. I think that is pretty much it. the last thing we want to do is to add one in here. Press E, align it with the top over there, and again we're going to pull it down just a little bit. I don't know if it's necessary. You know what, we're going to leave it like that. Alright, that is good. I know, let me dissolve that just to keep that area rounded, just like in the reference image. Alright, so now for the area that I was referring to, which is around this area over here, what I'm going to do is, let me see, I'm going to take it from this point downwards. Alright, so let me go into vertex select mode. I'm going to take it like from this vertex here all the way to this vertex over here. So I'm going to hold down Control and Shift and select all of those ones. You can see, select all of those vertices for me. I'm going to press X and delete the vertices like that. This is what I was looking to achieve. And I want to do the same thing with the spaces between each and every single one of them like that. Where am I? Okay, there we go. So I'm going to select this one as well. Press X, delete the vertices. You can see we have only the one at the top. I want to do the same thing here. Press X, delete the vertices. Any other one? No. Okay. So what I want to do now is to take 1, 2, hold up, 2, 3, 4. I want to press F. Take these two and press F and press F. All right. Let me see. We're gonna do the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Press F. Take these two and press F. And finally over here. 1, 2. Come on. 2, 3, 4. Press F. I'm gonna take these two and press F. So all that is left now is to press. Let me see. Let's press Control and R3 here, and let's add one in the middle of each of them. Let's take those ones, and now I'm gonna press Control and B. Let me get to the front view. Sorry, I'm just putting my phone on charge. There we go, before it goes off on me. Alright, so let's get over here. All of them are going to do the exact same thing that we're looking over here. So let's just look over here. We're going to press Ctrl and B and then bevel this pretty close to this area. Well, let's pull it to this one instead, like this. That should be good. I want to press Ctrl and R between each of them, like that, as you can see. And the final one right there. Alright, so what next do we do? Let's take these four. These four. And press F and take these two. Let's put up the subdivision surface so we can see this better. And press F twice. Let's do the same thing here. Take these four, press F, take these two, press F twice. And finally this area as well. Take these four, press F, take these two, press F twice. Now let's press Ctrl and R3 here. Let's take these two, press F twice, take these two, and press F twice. I'm going to do the same thing here. Ctrl and R3 here. Take these two, press F twice, take these two, and press F twice. Finally, on this side, take these two, press F twice, and take these two, and press F twice. And there we go. Now let's re-enable the subdivision surface, and you can see what I was talking about. I'm just going to press Ctrl and R3 here, press E, align it with that side, and pull it in pretty close. Not too close. Let me just press G twice, bring it back just a little bit. And there we go. So you can see that was what I was trying to achieve. If you take a look here, you can see we have that going on. Now we only have one more thing to make, which is the final thing we're seeing back there. So I'm going to get down here. Now you can actually skip all of this. I mean, it's not like the bottom is actually that visible. So if you don't want to do it, you can skip all of these details that I'm making. But I just feel like I should add them in just to make everything look good. Alright. So now that final, detail we have going on, I'm just going to make it on one side, and I'm going to duplicate it all around to the others. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it on this side here. Alright, so I'm going to take all of these, press Shift and S and choose Cursor to select it, and I'm going to add in a circle of vertices. Let me go, I don't know, 8 maybe. I think 8 should be good. I'm not so sure. Let's scale it down and let's see what we have. Alright, 8 might actually be good enough. Yep, I'm gonna go with 8. So I'm gonna scale this down to about here, and I'm gonna pull this up to the center over here. I'm gonna take these 3 and delete the vertices. All right. Now I'm gonna take the faces here and delete the faces. I think, yeah. So let's delete the faces like that. So we have these going on. All right. So we're gonna take, I think, 1. I'm just gonna put 1 in the middle here. That way we can take these 4 and press F. Take these 2 and press F to that point like that. I want to take these 2 and press E and then Y. Y. Shoot this all the way here. I want to take this now. Let me change the pivoting point to active element. Press S and then Y. Or is it? Hold on. You know, let's delete these 2. I think it's rather X. Let's change the orientation to global. Alright. Let's extrude this again in the Y-axis. Let's take this, press S and then Y and type in 0. I think that's it. Yeah. Now I'm going to change the orientation, the pivoting point back to median point. Now let's take these 2, press F. Take these 2 and press F. And let me see. Let me add 1. Let me add 1 in here, 1 in there. Let's take these 2, press G twice, and pull it up close like that. Alright. So it seems this one is too low. So let's take all of that. Take this, press S and then Z. Let me change the pivoting point to active element, press S and then Z. Change it back to median point. And there we go. Now everything is looking smooth. So I want to get to the bottom view. And let me see. First off, let me take all of these faces again, and only faces. All right. Now I'm going to select the edges, all of these edges, and delete the edges. I want to take this one. I want to press E and then S and scale it out like that. I want to move it in the Y-axis, just a little bit back. I'm not so sure. Oh, I don't think that will work. You know, I'm not so sure. Let me take this vertex here all the way to here. Let me change the pivoting point back to active element, and let me rotate this 5 degrees, and I want to take all of these ones. I'm going to rotate it -5, I think. Yeah, -5 degrees like that. Now let's take all of this, press F, and let's press I to insert the faces. Let me see. First off, let me take all of this, press space, type in bridge, and select bridge edge loops. Alright, now let's take all of this again. That is only these ones, these edges here. Press F and press I to insert the faces. Just a little bit like that. And I'm going to insert it again, just a little bit. I want to change the orientation to normal and change, yeah, okay, so like that. Now I want to pull this, up inside. I don't know how far inside, but I think that is pretty good. Yeah, that should be good. Now I'm going to press I again to insert it, just a little bit like that. Alright, insert it one more time, just a little bit like that. Now I want to get over here, I want to press Ctrl and R and add 1 in there. You can see what I have going on. Let me dissolve that one, I think it's too much. And there we go. Alright, so that was what I was looking to achieve. Now we have done it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Ctrl and R through here, alright, between these two. And I'm going to take the faces over here, all of these faces. Press X and delete the faces. Now I want to take, let me go to vertex select mode. I'm going to take these vertices here. Press Ctrl and plus until we get here. I'm going to press Shift and D and move it in the Y-axis to somewhere close to the center, like that. And I'm going to do it one more time by pressing Shift and R to duplicate it, like that. Let me just move this in the Y-axis so it's in the center. Let me take this, move it in the Y-axis, just to make sure it's in the center. Now I'm going to take all of that, all of that edge, and all of this one. Press space and select bridge edge loops, like that. And take all of these ones, space, bridge edge loops. And there we go. So you can see the detail I was trying to add in. It's nothing too complicated. Now let's get to the back here. Press Ctrl and R, press E, and then F. Now align it with this side and bring it close like that. I'm going to do the same thing here. Pull it in close like that. Then over here, pull it in. We're going to leave those sides rounded. No, not too rounded. So let's add it in. Pull it in pretty close like that. Let's dissolve this one. And I think that is pretty good. Alright, so the final thing we're going to do is to add in a Solidify modifier. Let's press Ctrl and A and apply rotation and scale. And let's apply location as well. So with that done, let me see. Let me just drop this down to something like 0.005. I think should be good. I think that is pretty good at thickness. Alright. not too bad. I just have to add some loop cuts here. Alright, it needs loop cuts. So I'm just add some in here. Now I'm going to take these two and press J. Take these two, press J. And finally take these two and press J. You can do that for all of these over here as well. Doesn't really matter. It's up to you. I'm just going to do them real quick. Okay, these ones are joined. And finally that one. Alright, there we go. Now we can take all of that edge and press G twice. No. And press G twice and move it close to the end. Like that. And there we go. You can see that is looking good. Now all we're gonna do is to apply, let's enable only rim. Alright, so we're gonna enable only rim on this. So it's only on the rim like that, and I'm gonna copy this again. Alright, I'm gonna keep it only rim again so that we have it only to the inside, like that, as you can see. Very nice. Alright, so all I'm gonna do now is to apply, I don't know, maybe we should let me see. Okay, so we can keep it that way. This is good. So there we go. That is our base, and you can see it's looking really good. And yeah, I think I'll keep it there. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I think that'll pretty much do it for these videos. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I need to go do something real quick, and then I'll come continue for you guys. So I'll see you guys in the next video.